How's it going, everyone? Today is December 19th, 2019, and this is Thriving Bulls Trade of the Day. Good morning or afternoon, wherever you guys are coming from. This is Thriving Bulls Trade of the Day. We are looking at the US Tech 100. And if we look here, we can see that we are already in our $10 profit range. We're just kind of hovering around that area. Let's go ahead and look at the chart and see where we're at. Looks like we are actually at the retest of that bounce right back up into value area high. Let's go ahead and bring up the pin tool real quick. We'll probably go ahead and sell this trade off as we start to work our way back down. Let's go ahead and see where we're at. We're at about $52, $50, $54, so about $20 worth of profit, a little over 20. So we're looking at, we got about 5 contracts on this particular trade. If we look into the actual limit, if we do 74.25 at 5, our max profit is 371. Our max loss is 128. So really, we're getting there as far as some good profit zones. So we're going to go ahead and see again where we're at on this. We're starting to make our way back up. Now we're working our way back down. We're just kind of fluttering around. Probably a good time to just get rid of the trade now before we may take a big spike downwards, a big spike upwards, my apologies. So we're just going to start kind of watching this. We're still about $20 in worth of profit. Remember that our max loss was 128. And we're about to profit about $100. So we're just kind of watching it. So 51, 50, 48. Let's go ahead and put in the 1 minute chart and just kind of see where we're looking. 43, 42. This is great. So we're actually about to profit more than what our max loss would have been. So we'll go ahead and get rid of it at 49.50. So 49.50, 1 second. All right, so we actually got in at 74.75 minus the 49.50. Max profit of, we have $25.25 times 5, so about 126.25, and that's not including the fees on each side. So we'll actually go ahead and do the fees on that one. So it'll be $10, 5 on each side, because $1 per fee. So, whoops, not times 10. So it's basically 116.25 after the fees. So a pretty easy, simple trade. Let's go ahead and kind of walk you through why we took it, where we took it, and all that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and go into the 15-minute chart here. We're going to auto zoom outwards, and we're just going to kind of watch this thing. So pretty much what we see is that we have some nice trend upward trend movement. We have some consolidation and some nice trend upward movement, some nice consolidation. We're coming right back into all-time highs. Now, if we remember from a few days ago, the video that we released a few days ago, you remember that even though we have our all-time highs here, this is now basically our price that we kind of look to the left for. Typically, what you always want to do is make sure you always are looking left to see what has price done in the past during that particular price. You know, like as of right here, nothing had really happened here as far as to the left here as well. So we had nothing to really gauge to see, well, will price actually go down? So we had nothing to really gauge on. So we don't really want to take that type of movement. Another thing that we have going for us is if we zoom in here, we can see that we have some, again, heavy divergence. We have overbought and really high into this particular zone, actually right here. Price went higher, and yet the Fisher transformer went lower. So you have some nice downward movement on the Fisher transformer, but nice upward momentum on the particular asset itself, which shows that we should be seeing some nice reversal patterns or reversal situations here. The biggest thing that we saw was that we had all-time highs and that we were right about in this type of zone. So if we actually zoom in even more here, make that nice and fat, and then we actually do this. We actually go from that swing high all the way into these wicks. And what you typically want to do is kind of go into where you see that kind of wick action right there. And what we'll do is we'll actually change the color of this just so it's a little bit more prominent, so we know what the differences are here. And what we'll then do is make a horizontal line right there. So now what we can do is actually make this the same color. All right. So pretty much all of this gray right here is actually this blue box. And as you can see, price came right into that actual zone and right to the tick, and then it started to fail. Now what we did on that particular zone there is we went into the 1 minute chart and we just watched. And what we did is we always want to wait for confirmation. Even though this went right to the tick and failed, what we want to do typically is wait for a retest. Price came back and retested that, and once we had that retest and we started some nice wick action, we sold for that for our price for $74.75. So it was actually an out of the money trade because the trade zone was right about in this area at Wednesday's POC or yesterday's POC, and then we've worked our way back down. Now what we could also do in this particular situation, let's go ahead and remove this. So now that we know, let's go ahead and remove that price line, is we can actually go into a nice Fibonacci, go from this swing low up into this swing high, and see that price was actually around this 23.6 level, and it's testing around the 38.2 now. Now, what you can also do, if you want to get even more technical, is put a Fibonacci point from this swing low, this swing high, down to this swing low. And we'll actually zoom in even more into this. And what you can really see here is that when price hit 100, it came down and hit 0. So here's our one step. Well, you can't see it. Hold on one second. Let me actually... There we go. This is, you actually have our one step here, then our two step. And after our two step, then we look to see where price is going to start right there. And then we see that what we want to see is price for it to come back into that 78.6. This is the magic number, is at 78.6. Price comes back into that 78.6 and fails. Once we saw that failure, that's where we sold. And we are all the way back down to that 23.6 level. This is basically our 3 zone. This is basically our 4 zone. And now we don't know where price is going to head. Will it shoot up for higher highs, or will it come back down into creating some lows? We just don't know yet. What we also see what's happening is if we actually zoom out a little bit and then make this kind of like this, what we actually have as well is a flag pattern. We have where price went up and up and up like this, and then now what we have created is a flag. So typically what's supposed to happen is when you create a flag pattern like this, price is supposed to do this number and then break out and then continue on to higher highs. That's what's supposed to happen. It's not always what happens. Sometimes you can create into lower lows and retest maybe into value area low, but that's not always the case. Sometimes what it's supposed to do is keep on going in for higher highs. But we'll see what the market has in store for us. But otherwise, I mean, we're done with our trading for today. We have our nice trade that we got. We got a little bit over $100 for today, and that's basically our trade. I want to also let you know our thriving signals are still on sale. All right, and you can see that we are still having our cyber sale going on. You can see that you can get the thriving signals for only $100. Our deviations, which is what we show in the video right here, for only $90, the cheapest that you'll find on the internet space. And you can get both of these if you wanted for $190 a month, or you can get both of them as well as our full auto trading system, so you never miss these trading signals ever. It comes with full auto trading, the unlimited signals, the mobile signal table, the SMS alerts, the daily deviations. You get our dedicated account support only for $150 a month. This is a limited time offer, but it's a lifetime price. It's lifetime. So if you get this today and price goes up into, let's say, $500, which it has before, you will keep this $150 price. If you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to the comment section down below or visit our website at www.thrivingbull.com.